What's up, guys? We have a lot to talk about today because Nikocado Avocado is calling out the entire H3 crew. James Charles spoke out about his drama with Ariana Grande after getting dragged for trying her new makeup collection, and Trisha is having some major issues with her new vegan diet. It's a mess, so let's get into it. Before we get into all the tea, I want to tell you guys about today's sponsor, Casetify. Right now, you can go to casetify.com/tspill and get 15% off your next phone case. I told you guys about Casetify a few months ago, and I'm so excited to be working with them again because you guys also really love them. Casetify has the best of both worlds when it comes to phone cases. They look good while also being super protective. They have something called an impact case, and it's engineered with 2 layers of Chi-Tech, which means you can drop your phone from like 6.6 feet with an impact case and 9.8 feet with their ultra impact case. So I decided to do a drop test for you guys using the ultra impact case, and as you can see, there wasn't even a scratch anywhere on it. They also have so many design options to choose from. They work with artists from around the world, which makes them all so unique. I picked up this really cute cow print case, a glitter one that actually moves around inside, and that shipping label case that you always see all over Instagram. I gotta say, one thing I noticed with these cases is that the design never scratches off. I've bought so many cases over the years with prints on them, and they always end up scratched. I've been using this cow case for weeks now, and it still looks brand new. These cases are also 100% non-toxic and even have an antimicrobial coating on them that kills 99% of bacteria, keeping your case germ-free. Their new Impact and Ultra Impact case is made from 65% of recycled and plant-based material, and it's also compatible with 5G and wireless charging. You can also get a little bit more personal and customize your own case. You can add your name, monogram, whatever you want. I picked up a marble case with my channel name printed on it, and it turned out so good. Also, with the holidays coming up, these make such great gifts. You can easily customize a case for your friends or family and be done with shopping. So just go to casetify.com/tspill to get 15% off. That's casetify.com/tspill for 15% off. If you guys pick one up, send me a picture on Twitter because I love to see what designs you went with. Thank you, Casetify, for sponsoring today's video, and let's get into the tea. So let's start off with James Charles. James is getting called out for showing support towards Ariana Grande and her new cosmetics line. Now, normally I'd be like, that's so dumb. Why are people so mad over someone supporting someone else? But it's because James actually had drama with Ariana Grande. It all started a few years ago when James did his collab video with Shane and Rylan. Shane asked him who the rudest celebrity he ever met was, and James name dropped Ariana Grande.
Yeah.
When I first saw this video, I was expecting some huge story about a really negative interaction that would totally justify James saying something like this. Turns out, James' whole reasoning for this was because Ariana unfollowed him. Yeah. Pretty much what happened was James went to one of her concerts, he was posting about it all over social media, and then after the show, Ariana followed him and apparently DM'd him. Obviously, James was super excited because, as we know, James really thrives on befriending people that are bigger than him and climbing that ladder. Well, Ariana fans were not too happy about this. At the time, James was in a lot of scandals, and her fans were tweeting her non-stop, demanding that she unfollows him. And as you guys know, Ari loves her fans, and she will literally do anything to make them happy, so she unfollowed him. Fast forward to 2021, back in September, James announced on Instagram that he was excited for Ari's new makeup line called Rem Beauty, and people were like, First of all, whenever a celebrity releases a makeup line, James is always the first person to try and gatekeep the beauty community and call it a cash grab.
I just opened a PR package from a new makeup brand from somebody who has no business having a makeup brand.
Meanwhile, James collabed with probably one of the biggest cash grab companies in the history of cosmetics. But not only that, people were just so confused because they knew that he named Ari as the rudest celebrity he's ever met.
And I sent back like a very strong word message to him, and I was like, you have 100 million fans. It's really disappointing that you would stoop to the level of listening to people bullying me just to appease them, but okay.
Someone asked James on Instagram, what did Ariana Grande do for you to say she's the rudest celebrity you've ever met? And James replied, writing, literally nothing. The fact that I said that is one of my biggest regrets of my career, and it still follows me 4 years later, which sucks. I plan on talking about it more in depth when I film my review of Rem. all I can hope is that people will listen with an open mind. So Ariana finally dropped the line and James posted a review on it. I'm guessing she didn't send James this in PR because the people that did get PR had their reviews up at least 2 weeks ago now. Something tells me if James had received this in PR, he definitely would have had a review up ASAP and let everyone know. A lot of people clicked on this video expecting to hear that explanation that James said was coming, but I watched the full video and nothing was said. James actually addressed why he didn't say anything over on Twitter after a fan called him out, writing, "We all know it's gonna be bitter because you are on the PR list." And James replied, writing, "I filmed an intro talking about the drama from 4 years ago. Apologize for being a dramatic teen who got upset over someone they loved unfollowing them, and explained that we talked, are good, and moved on. But I cut it because I knew no matter what I said, this would be the response." Now, the response is a bit mixed. A lot of people understand why James didn't want to touch on their past drama, and other people think it's because James knew that he would have got dragged once people found out how truly petty the whole situation even was. Moving on, we need to talk about Trisha Paytas. As I'm sure you guys know, Trisha's been taking an interest in Hinduism. She's been trying to get into Hare Krishna and just completely change the way she lives. Now, whether or not her interest is true or just another troll is debatable, but I gotta say, if this is Trisha trolling, she's taking it all the way. Trisha picked up a new diet for her new religion, and a lot of people are truly shocked. Just a few weeks ago, she was eating chicken skin off a bucket of KFC, and now she's apparently vegan. You can see why so many people think this is all an act. But a lot of people were also really supportive of Trisha's lifestyle change. Her comments were filled with meal recommendations and words of encouragement. Trisha was posting these Target vlogs showing what they were buying for meals, and a lot of people pointed out that they needed to be eating whole foods and veggies and just a complete diet instead of, vegan chicken nuggets. So many people were telling her that if you go into this diet not eating enough, you'll pretty much set yourself up for failure. Trisha was constantly going to all these vegan fast food places and really relying on that instead of learning how to cook her own meals. Her vegan fans were concerned that she was going to get discouraged, and that's exactly what happened. Trisha ended up messing up only once and ate a Snickers bar, and right away she wanted to give up. She also posted a video saying that she felt like she wasn't losing any weight on this diet, and if she didn't see major changes, she'd quit the diet and just go back to eating junk food. And once again, surprisingly, a lot of people in the comments were actually really supportive. You could hire a dietitian and a personal trainer who are comfortable being on camera and make a series out of them helping you with your journey. I think a lot of people would watch and you'd be reaching your goals in the process. Girl, you have money. Get a nutritionist, a chef, a trainer. Remove yourself from the situation and let them do what they know what to do. I know you think you Google a few things and that you got this, but it's more complicated than that. Weight loss takes time. It's easy to feel discouraged, but you've done great so far. Keep it up. But what did Trisha do when she was already struggling with a normal vegan diet? She decided to go raw vegan. Yep, the way of eating that even seasoned vegans have a hard time with is what Trisha is now claiming to be. Trisha posted this video acting like she's never eaten a vegetable in her entire life. She was claiming that they tasted like French fries and pizza, which cucumbers are good, but definitely worlds away from a French fry.
These taste like French fries. Oh my god. I love the crunch on these.
This is where everyone was like, this has to be Trisha trolling. She's been posting so many vegan TikTok videos, shaming people for eating meat and just acting very trollish. Trisha is also getting called out for her latest sponsorship. The other day, Trisha promoted one of those typical influencer diet drinks called Boom Bod. This one is like a crystal powder that you pour into a glass of water, and it's described as a simple, quick, and tasty way to lose weight.
The holidays are officially here, so I decided once again to use BoomBod and team up with BoomBod to help me with my cravings and the bloating around the holiday season. Already I've noticed weight loss and my waist actually shrinking in. It's super quick and easy, and it's really tasty too.
Now, I hate these type of ads. I think it's absolutely the lowest of low that influencers can go in terms of sponsorships, especially influencers with young girls watching them. You can't lose weight by drinking some laxative tea mix. Well, actually you might, but only from out your actual organs. In BoomBod's case, their mix doesn't have laxatives. It has something called glucomannan. Glucomannan is a dietary fiber. and it's used for constipation. Apparently, it might work in the stomach and intestines by absorbing water to form a bulky fiber which treats constipation. In other words, poop. People are just really upset with Trisha for continuing to promote something like this. Here's what people had to say. Not stooping to the level of advertising one of those, this will make you feel skinny because it makes out your organs drinks. This is just pathetic at this point. Yikes. Well, this is very bottom of the barrel cash grab. Just last week, you were talking about how toxic and damaging diet culture is, and now you're promoting an appetite suppressant? You truly have no morals when it comes to a check. The funny thing is, Trisha literally spoke out on Frenemies about how horrible all these kind of diet drinks and supplements are.
Well, that's what happened with Anna Nicole. She said Trim Spa, she lost all that weight, and there was a minor that like died from it, and that's why they stopped selling Trim Spa, because they had like a in
Trim
it.
Spa.
Don't you remember she lost all that weight, and then she did those commercials for diet pills? It's like Trim Spa, baby.
Oh, they were selling like right?
It was like in it, and it was like
crazy.
Yeah, and I was taking it as a kid because you thought, oh, that's how she lost 60 pounds.
Holy
Okay.
shit, doesn't that fuck with your head? Like, it
Oh,
makes you
I'm sure
high?
it did. I'm
Whoa.
sure it did. I was up from it, and I did lose like a bunch of weight, but I think a couple people died from it.
They were selling that on TV?
So yeah, yet another contradiction of Trisha Paytas. Finally, we have the story of the day, Nikocado Avocado calling out Ethan and the entire H3 crew. So this all started back in October when Nick and Carly got together and filmed a salad mukbang. The nice thing about this video was Nick kind of dropped that act that he puts on his channel and just acted like himself. It was really nice to just watch him be normal with his friend and not have a pile of blue noodles in front of him. For a long time now, people have been wondering if Nikocado Avocado was just an act or if that's how he actually is in real life. But I think this video goes to show you that Nikocado Avocado is 100% an act. They reference a lot of his lines and talk about his online persona, and they kind of laugh and joke about the whole thing. The drama starts when Carly asked Nick a question. Carly wanted to know if Nick found Ethan Klein attractive or not.
Oh, I've wanted to ask you this for a while.
Huh.
What do you think of Ethan Klein? Do you think he's attractive?
Who's that?
H3H3?
Oh, him!
Yeah.
Do I think he's attractive? If I have to think about the answer, no.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Not my type.
Okay.
I feel like a year ago, this probably would have gone unnoticed by Ethan, but Nick has really become a huge topic online lately. A lot of commentary channels have been calling him out for his eating videos and just how he acts on camera. The last time we really heard anything from Nick was during the whole Stephanie Sue drama. If you checked out of his channel when that drama ended and came back now, you'd notice a lot has changed. Nick has adopted this new persona online that's shocking, and it gets a lot of people talking. Since Nick is such a huge topic on YouTube right now, it's no wonder this clip made its way over to Ethan and he actually responded. Ethan titled one of their live streams, Nikocado Avocado called me ugly. The video is over 3 hours long, but they only spend maybe 8 minutes talking about Nick. I noticed a lot of people were saying that it's clickbait because Nick never actually called him ugly, but I'm guessing they've never watched H3 before because that's kind of been their thing. They've been using these clickbait titles and thumbnails recently, and they even did a whole skit about it. Like they had the hand enlargement episode, the poking fun at Catherine McBroom episode, and even the one about Hila and Ethan breaking up. So Ethan pretty much said that Nikocado Avocado called him ugly, and Hila was like, well, he didn't actually call you ugly. Hila didn't know that much about Nick, so Ethan was just telling her about his history and mentioned that he would love to interview him. Even Olivia was like, I love Nick. I've watched him from the start. I would love to bring him on for an interview. And she wasn't just saying that. She knew everything about Nick and his whole online story. She knew about his drama with Trisha. She knew about his vegan days. She knew everything. Anyways, the whole segment was just him pulling up his own pictures, talking about his history online, and watching the clip where Nick says that Ethan isn't his type. It was honestly pretty harmless, and a lot of people just genuinely wanted to see this interview happen. Well, a few days passed and Nikocado reacted to Ethan's video. This also seems to be a pattern with Nick. Whenever someone makes a video on him that has a lot of reach, he reacts. Right away, Nick says that it's all lies. He never called him ugly and doesn't even remember talking about this person. He called Ethan out for talking about his weight and doing these kind of hand gestures when describing Nick. Nick said Ethan and him are pretty much the same size, so he doesn't understand why Ethan would do that. Nick said Ethan is spreading rumors and lies, and even compared him to his scale because apparently his scale lies to him. He also went on to call Olivia out for claiming that she's watched him since the beginning and loves him. Nick just seemed really annoyed that they were talking about his weight and comparing pictures of him to when he started YouTube versus him right now. He said that he would come on the show to do an interview only if they flew him out first class, paid for his hotel, paid for his food, and paid for his time. But he doesn't exactly know what they would even talk about. Nick said there's a trend right now where people are just going after him for his weight and making video after video with his name in the title. He said Ethan is just jumping on the bandwagon because it's apparently the season to go after Nikocado Avocado, and people need to focus on their own content instead of using him for content. A lot of people are actually upset that Nick isn't going to do an interview and actually take it seriously. Here's what people had to say. I'm pretty disappointed that he's not going to do the interview with them and take it seriously. The fact that you're trying to be rude to Olivia when she was the only one defending you is baffling to me. They aren't even saying anything that bad. Why do you have to be so rude? You are so much better without the whole bit you do. I think people forget that even this video that Nick did reacting to H3 is a part of his whole act. There were times throughout the video that you could see Nick kind of break the persona and try and hide a laugh because even he knows how ridiculous this all is. Personally, I would love to see a completely normal interview between him and Ethan. But let me know what you guys think. Would you love to see more of the Nikocado that we've seen with Carly and get him on H3? Or do you hope Ethan just leaves that whole side of YouTube alone? Anyways guys, let me know what you think about everything down below. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up button because it really does help my channel, and I'll see you next time.